It is the Toccata and Fugue in D minor. It is one of the toughest pieces to play by Bach because it is extremely technical. And when my dad said, "There's no way you'll be ever able to play it," I said, "Sure, that's what you say now." And about 9 years later, here I am trying to play it still. But it is one of my favorite pieces. It ranges from all the way from a full organ down to a very, very soft amount. And it has honestly been great fun learning and trying to master this piece. My name's Harlow. I am 18 years old and I've been playing the organ since, I was probably 11. I started playing piano in first grade and I kind of fell out of it around third grade, and my dad took me to an organ concert and that's when I fell in love. So I said, alright, I have to play the organ, and he said, fine, give me one more year of piano and then we'll try and find you an organ teacher. And so we started looking around town. We contacted Wally Kirby, who is my current organ teacher, and he happened to be an organist for Shepherd of the Hills Lutheran Church. So he got me in there and I started playing about once a week. My dad would drive me down there every night to practice, and eventually it had developed into me having this in my house. So that's kind of how I got started. This year I will be putting on another concert. It's a little bit delayed from last year. Last year I did it over the summer because I had more time to practice for that one. Obviously I had since I was around 11. This year I'll be putting it on hopefully in November is where I'm shooting for, sometime in November. And I will continue. I will collect the donations just as I did last year and spread those out. So it'll be a now annual concert. I'm likely going to put the majority of money in the same places. I would like to donate to the church because they have been so gracious in offering up their organ, and I will begin practicing there during schools. And then I will continue to put money towards the speech and debate team as it has grown quite a bit this year. Tennis will likely receive a little bit, and then I'd like to put some towards another charity of some kind just to help out the community a little bit more. That way it's not just for me, which it really isn't. That's what donation is all about, is it shouldn't just be for me, it should be for the community. So I'm going to be finding a charity for a little bit more of the money to go to. To prepare for a concert, I first must pick out a list of songs, and then it is practice, 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 just like you would need to make it into Carnegie Hall. During the last concert, because I had over the summer, I would spend at least an hour a day, almost every day, playing the organ, if not upwards of an hour and a half. This year I've been putting at least a half an hour in a day, and I'm trying to, essentially I will pick the more difficult parts of songs and I will play through those repeatedly so that I can get those down pat and have them for the concert. So my favorite artist, his name? Johann Sebastian Bach. You can see this well-worn book here. I've been using it for almost the entire time I've had this organ, and that's what the majority of my last concert and this concert will be made up of. I like his intricacies and how he follows patterns and things. It makes his music, while it's very difficult to master, I find I can often just completely forget about the music because it's following a specific pattern for a certain amount of time, and I can just learn those timings and end up playing it fairly well. So, to play the organ, you can either play it with socks, but the more professional thing to do is to get actual organ shoes, and they work a lot like dancing shoes. So they've got thin tops so you can move around on the pedals and be very accurate. They have a little bit of a heel so that you can do like crossovers, so I can hit a chord with just my feet. And then on the bottom they have leather, or like a suede style leather bottom, so that they can glide across the wood pedals. So you see it actually slides quite easily across the bench.
Nice. And is that your first pair of organ shoes, or is that like your 20th
This
pair?
is my first pair. I spent my first 2 years playing in actual tennis shoes, which is very, very difficult, although it gave me a lot of control that I've been able to continue on. and then I played in Sox for like the next few years, and then I decided, since I was going to continue pursuing it and I wanted to put on concerts, figured I should be nice and professional and get a pair of shoes, so these are my first pair.
For more updates on Kyle Harlow and his upcoming concert, as well as other aspiring artists in Fremont County, stay tuned to the Cañon Current.